Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Dr. Alessandro. Please like and subscribe. And in this video, I'm going to be commenting on an anonymous comment or post on a Facebook group, which asked the question or brought up the topic of spouses that are involved in the formation of a dental partnership, dental practice partnership. And of course, this is a very tricky topic. So I do want to emphasize that it's tough. So there are a lot of things that are involved in this. So the person was kind of asking about, how to navigate this situation. And what I can say to that is that it is a very tough topic. It is a very difficult, you could say, situation and transition, as it were, because there's a lot of emotion invested into the practice, especially from the selling side. Maybe not as much from the buying side, but nevertheless, there's a lot of emotion because the person that's typically the person that's selling, or maybe in many cases, the person that's selling the practice is the one that formed the practice. At least that's how it goes right now, and that will change, of course, over the course of time. And so if the spouse is involved in the whole partnership deal or in the business arrangements or something along those lines, there's going to be emotions. There definitely will be, especially on the side of the sellers if that's the case. There could be even from the buyers if it's a couple that's buying the practice, it could work that way too. So it's not a one-sided street, but nevertheless, emotions can get in the way. This kind of a thing can get in the way. So what I would recommend, quite honestly, is that the spouses be, unless there's no way to extricate them from the situation, the spouses kind of maybe be asked to kind of step aside and not be involved at all, because it can potentially complicate things and that can make a real mess. So that said, again, if possible, spouses should probably not be involved in a practice deal, if at all possible, if that is feasible, or in any way avoidable. They should not be involved in the dealings or anything having to do with the practice sale. Now, if it's not possible to completely separate them, they really need to be, the spouses, the people who are maybe, slightly involved but not totally involved. My best suggestion is maybe they be asked to kind of try to stay as out of it as possible. And again, it's tough. It's very, very tough because like I said, there's emotion. Maybe some people help to build the practice. And of course, they want to make sure that the practice that they formed, which is kind of like a child, they formed it, they raised it, they created it, they nurtured it and brought it along. They put their heart and soul, they put their life work into it. They're letting it go, but they want to make sure that it does well. And of course, they have their concerns about that. And it's all legitimate. It all is. But they have to also let it go. That's an important thing. And so that said, it's a tricky situation. So there is no easy answer. There is no cookbook formula. The best you can do is just ask people to stay as much, as much, you say, apart from the dealings as they can, if at all possible. So hopefully this was helpful. I know it's a tough situation, and there are a lot of factors that really go into it. All right, thanks for joining, and hope you're all staying well and healthy.